Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Bull, and today I'm going to walk you through the Accounts Payable module in E1. So after logging into E1, the first thing you want to do over here on the left side of the screen is click on OP Main Menu. Then you want to click on Inquiry Menu. Next, you'll click on AP Inquiry. And then you will click on Supplier Ledger Inquiry. And once this screen opens up, the very first box here is called Supplier Number. That's not something that you'll know off the top of your head, so you'll have to look up this supplier number. Some people also call it the vendor number. So right next to that box is a magnifying glass. Click on that. And then I do all of my searches. Up here at the top it says Name Search, but I don't do my searches there. I actually come to the lower portion of the screen above the column that says Alpha Name. Click in there, and then what you want to do is you want to put in a star, and then in caps, type in all or part of the vendor name. So I'm going to type in, I'm looking for commercial aquatics, but I'm just going to type in commercial space A, surrounded by another star. Then you'll want to go up to the top of the screen and click the Find button. And so as you can see here, it pulls up commercial aquatics. Now one other thing I want to show you is you can actually, I'm going to do a different search here. I'm just going to put in the name Office. Then if I click on the Find button, it's going to find any vendor that has the word Office in it, whether it's where their office starts at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, doesn't matter where it is. As you can see here, it's going to pick up Office no matter where you type, where it's found in that vendor name. So I'm going to go back here and pull up Commercial Aquatics again. And by putting these stars in at the beginning and the end, it's called a wildcard. And so it only looks for what you put in between those two stars. So here again, you can see it pulls up Commercial Aquatics, and it's already checked the radio button here on the left. So all you have to do is go up to the top and go to Select. What that does is it brings the number over to that first screen that we were on and populates the number inside this box. So next you'll want to click on the Find button at the top of the screen. What this will do is it will pull up all the vendor information, all the invoices that we've ever paid to this vendor. So down here in the lower portion, you can see all these different invoices. Over here to the right, you can see there's two different amounts here. One says gross amount and one says open amount. If there's a dollar amount in this open amount, that means that the invoice has been entered into the system, but has not yet had a check cut yet. And so on this one, you can see, since this amount is blank, a check has been cut on it. So let's say, for instance, on this very first one here, $601.69. We want to know what check number was used to pay for that invoice. So you can check the box next to that line, then go up to the top of the screen and check on the box that says Row, and then click on Payment History. And on this screen, it's going to give you the payment number, which is the same thing as the check number. So you can see here it's 302,693. It also tells you when the check was paid, which was June 29th of this year. That's about all the information you can get on that screen. So if you click at the top of the screen on Close, then one other thing you can do is we'll leave this box checked here. We'll go back up to Row again, and then we'll go into GL Distribution. And on this screen, you can see it actually gives you the account number that was actually charged. For this item, cost center 101-540, is the cost center. That's the aquatics department paid for this. And then just to the right of that, their line item, the description for that is pool maintenance. One other thing that can be helpful over here to the right is this remark. We type in whatever's written on the invoice is what will get typed in here. So for instance, if this, let's say this were for a registration fee, it would have the registration, maybe description, and then it would have the person that the registration was for. So that just kind of gives you a little more detail there on what was actually being paid for. So then if you go back up to the top of the screen, click on the Cancel button. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck this box. And another thing I like to point out is all of these white boxes above each column, these boxes are actually searchable. So for instance, let's say you knew which vendor you were looking for, and then you had the specific invoice number and you wanted to see if it was paid. What you can do here is in the box above the invoice number column, just click in there, and again, I use the star button, and then you can type part or all of the invoice number, surrounded by another star. And then again, go up to the top of the screen and hit Find. And so what that does, I put in just part of the invoice number, 578, and you can see here it actually pulled up 3 different invoices that had the number 578 in it. And then from here, again, you could check the box, go up to row, look at GL distribution to find exactly the right one that you're looking for. And the information in here goes all the way back to 1995. So if it's a vendor that we've used for that long, the system will have information back to 1995. So after you're finished in here, you can actually click on the Close button. And so that is the walkthrough for Accounts Payable. If you have any questions, please call me at 895-6156. Thank you.